Hello everyone, welcome to Global Unmasking, what's hidden in plain sight. So you guys, for our first episode, we're actually going to be talking about what's happening with the different continents right now. So what has just occurred is a major thing for the United States, for BRIC nation, and for just everyone pretty much globally, okay? So Russia and Africa, which we knew, had already formed an alliance called BRIC, right? India, Russia, I think it was like Ireland, anyway, China have formed a alliance which is called BRIC, which they are trying to enforce a new currency where it is gold backed, not backed by the American dollar, which is backed by oil. Okay, so what happened was Russia has just pardoned Africa $23 billion of debt they have just canceled out for them. Now Africa is actually removing all bases that are not Russian or African from their continent, saying, you know what, they've been giving away their resources and they've been being, stepped on and being a slave to America and so many other things, and giving away their resources, which has caused them turmoil and a lot of just unfair treatment, that now they are no longer allowing that to happen, and have now not only dismantled the military installations that are there, but have also decided to, take back their resources. And for America and other countries, they're actually making them pay what they weigh, essentially. They're like, yes, you can still get the goods, but you will buy them, and you will buy them for our prices. Now, there's also a pipeline, okay, where uranium has been going through. Now, United States of America is so heavily dependent on uranium for electricity and stuff like that. Well, Russia can completely shut off the electrical supply, okay? But they are both agreeing to basically pardon the United States and allow us to keep uranium, okay? Which is a big deal. You can look into all this, okay? Which is also subsequently working with our, chip technology, which is why, there was a big thing in Ukraine about the chips, right? Because the place with the chips is the one who, technologically advances quicker. Okay? Now, that's one thing. Okay? Then what have we been hearing all around, the news and stuff like that, right? Then we're talking about solar flares. Solar flares doing what? They're talking about solar flares knocking off the power grid, or solar grids bringing down the electrical internet and stuff like that, right? Now, in certain cities, it's actually been that for 3 or 4 hours, they will have cut out the internet in those places. Okay, and sometimes even the power. They'll cut out the internet or the power in those places for 3 to 4 hours. During that time, they've been seeing military trucks and stuff like that moving back and forth. Why? Because they don't want people going live or spreading the news on what's happening. Yeah. So, there's a lot happening behind the scenes, but it's hidden in plain sight. And this is just some of those things. Okay, so yeah, I mean, people have been talking about the stock market crashing, about how you know, basically how the American dollar is going to be null and void, and how, you know, basically inflation is supposed to be going up and all this and all that, and it's supposed to be a real, you know, real thing, and that's because of BRIC's alliance, okay? They didn't want to let in certain countries into NATO, and now those countries are uniting. And even most of Africa, okay, and Africa is huge, okay, most of Africa is siding with Russia. Okay, there's the red side and then there's the white side, okay? Both sides just about completely are agreeing with Russia, okay? Which is one of our biggest allies, okay? So that's crazy. So Russia, China, and Africa are coming together, and what's that bringing up is bringing a new era and a new ruler, to where our currency would become whatever their backed currency would be. So that's pretty interesting, to say the very least. And Africa is basically going to start allowing people to have land, buy land, and, you know, make their continent rich again. They're rich in minerals, but they want to be, you know, basically like the new America, so to speak, okay? And I did also see some press conference saying that, like, African leaders were saying that African Americans can flee to Africa for sanction and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if that's, you know, 100% accurate, but that is what is being said very much. Let's see what else. Also, the government has came out and said that yes, there are aliens and that we have had communication with them for years. Trump knows about this. He has knowledge of the Galactic Federation and works with the Galactic Federation, works with the aliens, and humanity as well as aliens are both colonizing Mars. We can all kind of fill in the gaps of who those people are. But, yeah. So that's another thing that's came out. So you can definitely expect some changes. So the United States is actually working with the Galactic Federation to further advance humanity. And so the aliens don't want to be known. They don't want to be unmasked until, you know, they feel like we're ready to not only accept them, but also till we advance as a society. Okay? And the United States doesn't want us to find out about it because they do not want mass hysteria. Okay? So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And that's wild. Right? That's really wild. Especially if you've been following up on my videos, my actual videos, not obviously not this podcast, but where I was talking about Agartha. Okay, you can go look at that video. It's like Agartha, Middle Earth. I'll try and tag it, but if not, just go look for that video. Where basically it says that the Galactic Federation is where it is, and now it's came out that that's true, and that's profound. And I've been on that for years. On that knowledge. So that's pretty crazy, you guys. That being said, I realized that we kept it short, sweet, and to the point. I thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed, never stressed, with much peace, much power, much love, much light, and of course, much joy. I look forward to hearing you guys' thoughts. See you guys later.